GT4 Race 1 for the Iberian Supercars began with Mathieu Martins of Racar Motorsport on pole position. Martins did not get a good start as the midfield went rallycrossing, but the Frenchman in the Aston Martin was incredibly brave on the brakes into turn 1, retaining the lead over Cesar Machado. Early on, the number 44 Gianfranco Toyota Supra had an off-track moment, which would then lead to a visit in the pit lane. However, they would get back out on the circuit. Through the field, battles were taking place, exhibiting the closeness and the competition of the GT4 class in Iberian Supercars on a weekend where their own races meant an undivided spotlight. A star driver of the first stint was Luis Tavares in the speedy motorsport Porsche, who seemed to spend the entire first half of the race in battles, including with the SMC Motorsport McLaren of Jose Cautela. Promotion Motorsport had struggles in qualifying, which looked to be continuing in the race. Ray Amati was fighting outside of the top 10 in the BMW M4 GT4, while the similar car of Borja Amigos was in a side-by-side confrontation with Andreas Samatis in the team positions. Amigos came out on top, and a mix of position exchanges and lapping would continue as the pit window was in full swing. Not much track space in certain areas of the circuit, as everyone was contesting their places. However, with just a couple of minutes of the window remaining, the number 58 Gianfranco Supra of Miguel Nabaj hit the barriers, triggering a safety car and a significant amount of confusion. Very few cars had stayed out and not yet pitted, but one of them was the number 10 NM Racing Mercedes of Thomas Granzella, who technically led the race. This trapped everyone from 4th place, who had already pitted, down a lap. The battle for 4th place onwards took place at the front of the safety car queue as the race resumed, while the race leaders were fighting up from the rear of the train. The race leader for this phase of the race was Enrique Oliveira in the Racar Motorsport Aston Martin, who was narrowly heading off Francisco Mora in the TGR Portugal Supra. The youngster drifted wide at turn 5, losing the lead, and would eventually finish 3rd behind Adrian Ferrer in the Speedy Motorsport Supra and race winner Francisco Mora. While Martins leads the overall Supercars Hispana GT standings after this first race, Mora and Abreu led the GT4 Pro standings, with just one race left to go in the Spanish segment of the Iberian Supercars.